Hello, this is Natalie of the Vintage Cross Stitch Niche bringing you another video. The highlight of today's video is going to be our trip to the cross stitch cupboard and all the goodies you can see. This is going to show you a bunch of my goodies, my finish, my new stuff, my finds, and so forth. And it's a companion to the trip because some of this stuff we got yesterday. If all you want to see is the cross stitch cupboard, just fast forward. I hope you don't. I hope you stay with us. So, usually I start off with finishes. So I picked this up. This is by Scattered Seed Samplers. It's called Joy to the World. And it's on, I believe, Navy Bean Vintage by Lakeside linen. I think it's 36 or 40 count. And I did an overdyed conversion. This was originally called for DMC, and I did the overdyed. I don't have the chart. I sold it with, in fact, another piece of this fabric. I don't know why sometimes the quality changes and then I see weirdness, so I hope you can see the true color. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And I'm so pleased with the frame. Cross Stitch Cupboard does a beautiful job framing. I picked this, I think Karen suggested it. It's just a golden frame that picks up the gold. Very, very pleased. Let me go put this in a safe spot. Now, the second finish, well, this is something else. This is BG 1874 by Samplers Not Forgotten. I did do glass on this one. The reason I do glass on some of these samplers is because I want it to look like the real antique. I don't do much of a border because that's not what the real antique would have done. And I put the glass. This is done on 40 count, not vintage, but regular buttercream from Lakeside linen. And I worked it on its side because I use a roller frame and there's no way I was going to use this wire. Roller frame, the wider the roller frame you use, the harder it is to get even tension. So I worked it on its side, which didn't bother me at all. And the frame is a black antique-y looking frame. I'm so pleased with this. I don't know where I'm going to hang it. I will find a spot, no worries. Probably above my other sampler. This will go floor to ceiling in here of finishes. People are making fun like, oh, where do you put all those? Well, this is my cross stitch room, so I fill my wall with finishes. Oh, every time I look at this, I'm so happy. I love it. It's a beautiful sampler. Quite a few people have it kitted up. My advice is stitch it. It's beautiful. Okay. Now, what another partial finish, of course, is pumpkin pie. I've showed this to you. This is done on my own linen called candy corn. The count is, about 28 count. It's a very loose weave linen. I had made a mistake when I made this linen. I thought it was 32 count, but it wasn't. Excuse me. Because it was such a loose weave linen, I had some difficulty lacing it on the mounting board because it was tearing as I pulled it tight, which it is what it is. I got it done and I did secure it with some tape. Don't laugh. This fabric is also not a good high quality fabric. It's sort of thin. It was hard to mount and I just did it totally with tape. It was so, it just, I don't know. In retrospect, I should have left more of a border on both the fabric and this to pull it, to take into account that the fabric might tear, but that's okay. It's going to look fine. From Teresa's Primitive Treasures on Etsy, I ordered a custom board to put behind it. I do have more of this fabric. I think this fabric's so cool. The fall leaves, picks up the black. So it's going to be mounted. It's going to look really good. So this is not fully finished, but it's getting there. Ah, okay. And then I have something that I need to finish, which is, whoop, not that, the Henzite Vintage Cat, done on my own linen. This linen is called Tea with Rudolph. Don't ask me why, it's just the way it is. It's a linen made by myself. I have absolutely none of it. I brought some to the cross stitch cupboard. I think I don't know what she did with it. They kept it, they sold it, who the heck knows. I sold some. And this is it. I have one more piece this size that there was somebody who said here that they'd be interested in it. If she doesn't get back to me, I'm going to kit it up with the chart and the charm, because I'm not going to use the charm. I'm just not. The charm doesn't, to me, here's what it looks like with the charm. I don't think it needs it. So I'm not going to kit it up with the charm or finish it. So this will be kitted up either with this fabric or another piece of my own fabric. But again, if that person doesn't get back to me within a few days. So I bought this trimming. It is black garland. How cool is that? I got this on Etsy. It wasn't very expensive. Just to get a look. And what I'm going to do is baste it on afterwards. I think it's going to be a great little pillow. And I can't wait to finish this. In fact, maybe I'll do it today. Okay, so that's almost an FFO. I'm only working on one thing right now, and I'm working on the Mayflower. The Mayflower is a stitch along by Brenda Gervais with By Needle and Thread. And it came in a box. Now this, I started on my own fabric. I think I showed some people that. Let me pull the fabric. I started it on this fabric, which I was very pleased. It was coming out to look like an antique piece of needlework, which is what I wanted. I ran into a problem. This fabric, I look at it, I see hardly any slubs. I stitched on it, and what do you know? Right in the middle of one of my sails was a giganto slub that I tried to pull out, just didn't look right. And I kept staring at it and say, I can't do it. So I cut it away, and put this piece away for something else, or who knows. And I started it on the special fabric that was sent by Kitten Stitcher, who is Teresa Vanette, who is also Shakespeare's Peddler. I sent she had kitted this up with a fabric made by XG Designs. A special fabric, a limited edition. I think it's going to look fine on this. I first wasn't sure, and then I saw other people stitching on it, and I liked it. So I had to restart. I am way behind others. There are people that have finished this in 6 days. How the heck they did that, I don't know, other than they're stitching 10 hours a day. Even then, I just can't. I only stitch at night after work or sometimes on the weekends. And yesterday, I stitched in the evening a little bit. I'm going to show you what I have in the box, in case you haven't done it. I think some of these boxes are still available. When they're gone, supposedly. I'm saying that because I don't know. But I think once they're gone, this is a limited edition, and you'll have to get a resale. This Kitten Stitcher one is marvelous. So you get, of course, the chart. Okay, here is the front of the chart. I will tell you something interesting. When I did the sail looks like a light tan on here, And the actual color is darker than that, which is fine, but so the color's a little off on this, or she just changed colors. The quality of the chart is nice. I'm just going to show you a peek. Quality of the chart is nice. Very, very easy to read. I think it's going to go pretty quick. Now, what else do you get? You get, of course, the needle minder. Where did I put my guy? Here we go. You get the needle minder, and mine's the little pilgrim guy. See him? Okay. And then you get a second chart called Harvest Blessings. So you get 2 charts. And fabric for finishing the second chart. And just to show you what this fabric is, it is actually a reproduction antique of William Bradford's journal. Okay. And there's an entire card with information on William Bradford. I think I'm going to stick this to the back of my finish to save it. I think it's kind of cool. Maybe I'll put it in a little pouch and stick it on the back. It doesn't stop there. You get a little measuring 3x3 measuring card. So if you want to start 3 inches in and 3 inches down by your corner, you can do it. I find that hard on the roller frame because you have to stick this in there, but there's always a little extra that's wrapped up in the frame. And then you have a sticker that says Stitch By and more information that you can put on the back of your finish in this cool looking box. How much did this cost? Well, I got this from Kitten Stitcher, and I think it was $80, and that included everything you see, including the fabric. And the fabric was cut specifically for this piece, so it was a little narrow and long. It was perfect. That is not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all, because the fabric figure is at least probably about $30 worth of fabric. And the chart, there's 2 chart. If you add it all up, it's not a bad deal. Oh, I almost forgot the floss. You got all full skeins of the Weeks Dye Works floss. I wish they had included the DMC. I'm not sure why they didn't, but I wish they did. But I had some of the DMC, and what I didn't have, I just guessed. So these are your colors. Pretty, huh? I know mine are not as neat as other people's, but sometimes they're just not evenly cut, or who knows. I have plenty of floss here. So I'm going to monogamously stitch this with maybe the exception of one thing. Darn it, where did I put my, here it is, okay. Just misplaced stuff. I have so much stuff. Maybe I'm going to do Blackbird Designs little finish. Now, this is super rare. This is so rare that I dare you to find it. It's October the 31st by Blackbird Designs. Okay. And it's a little kit in a container that comes with fabric. Actually, more than one piece of fabric. The linen. This is some sort of R&R linen. The floss. And the chart. And what it makes is a drum pin cushion. There is not a color picture of it, just black and white, but you get the idea here. And then of course you get this Keepsake Tin, which is kind of cool. Okay. I'm sure this went for $30, $25 new. I got to tell you, I bought this about 4 years ago on eBay, and I paid a lot. A lot for it. Because I thought it was too cool. But anyway, pretty neat. It comes with everything you need. This might be, there's not a lot of stitching here at all. There's one night's stitching. Might be I'm going to put this out because I think it's when I take a break from the Mayflower, I'm going to do this. Now, of course, I didn't bring it in here. Oh, I have it over there. I have another whip that I put aside, just so I can finish the Mayflower. It's a stitch along, and everybody else, not everybody, but so many people are ahead of me that I have to catch up. It's driving me nuts. Okay, hold on, I'm just getting my other whip out. Oh, what a mess. Okay, here's my other whip, which as soon as I'm finished with the Mayflower, I'm going to take up again. And this, of course, is Emma Miles, which was a unicorn of mine. Is that upside down? Yeah. Emma Miles. Okay. With all the beautiful, this is a Gloriana Conversion by Kitten Stitcher. And this is this is my own fabric. I made this fabric, and it is called Emma Miles. I think this fabric looks very much like the original. Even my back stitching I'm pleased with. So let's put this down. I just don't want to get this messed up. Okay, so we've got Emma Miles. All right. All right, so that's what I've got so far. I'm working on and finished. Let me show you what I got yesterday at the cross stitch cupboard and in the mail. I didn't get this yesterday, but I didn't show this to you. I got this recently. These are made by Lucy Beam, Becky Noland. Aren't they darling? Here. Oh, it's moving. One. These weren't very expensive. They were relatively inexpensive. I don't know how many she has anymore, but they're both Christmas themed. They're great. They're great. I love them. So I'm going to put these are, you put your floss around them. They're floss keeps. Love them. I didn't get that yesterday, but I got that recently. I wanted to show you. My friend Miss Mary brought me a gift yesterday. She went home with some goodies too. That's what we do. We exchange goodies. It's part of being friends. And my friend Mary, and another guest, my friend Mary brought me some interesting stuff. Her grandmother left her linen fabric from Italy that's over 100 years old. So I have this linen fabric, huge, huge piece of it. I wouldn't stitch on it. You could stitch on it. Look at the count. It's probably about 40 count, but it's incredibly slubby, so the only thing you could stitch on it would be something very prim. You could stitch on it. I could dye it. I got to be very, very careful with dyeing this because of the age of the fabric. You could use this for finishing. I'm thinking of cutting a small piece off and dyeing it green and using it to finish this because I just want to try it. So I think actually that's what I'm going to do. Okay. She also brought me some vintage ribbon. I have vintage ribbon, but I don't have this color for doing some cute finishes. So that was something I got. I got this in the mail, another stamper or stamp. I now know how to use these stamps with the sticky in the back. I bought a set of these lucite things. And this one is called, it has the Spirit of Christmas Past and the Spirit of Christmas Present. We're doing some Christmas. I might do some Christmas fabric using these stamps in the background. Or just use them just to show you what that fabric looks like. My Humbug stamp was used to make Humbug fabric. That's Humbug. This is the only piece I have left. I sold all of it, so I'm going to do a Christmas finish on this. don't be afraid, like you're like, oh, it's so busy, what am I gonna do? All that stuff will melt into the background. You won't know. You absolutely won't know. I guarantee it. So this is a priority to actually finish this. Okay. I found a new Etsy seller called Kathy's Posies, and I bought 3 items from her. The reason I brought 3 is if you spend, I think $30, you get free shipping, so why not? I bought, these are, I think she calls these needlework, I don't know what she calls these, but these are unbelievable. They're $12. Let me show you what's inside. Here's what's inside. It's like a giant needle book. Not only is it a needle book, you can attach your floss here. Needles, floss. This is the vintage fabric theme, and this is the Christmas one, just to show you. For 12 bucks, if you go to a retreat where there's a gift exchange, and let's say, I think there was a dollar amount on the one I did. Let's say you had a Christmas exchange that's $20, so here's 12, and then maybe you can stick some needles and floss in there. Unbelievable. 12 bucks. I love them. Then I bought her bag. This bag is $16. And look what it's made with. It's got vintage style fabric. And she put a truly vintage piece of embroidery on the front. I've already put something in here. I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love. These are my new favorite fabric bags. I put this is Pledge of Allegiance, by the way. Remember, I pulled the fabric and the floss for it by the pin keep. Anyway, I'm going to start putting all my whips. This is going to be a whip. That's why I put it in here. I'm going to start putting all my whips in these bags. This is the one I recently got from Becky Noland. I love this bag. Love, love, love. Look at the Santa. It's great. And I put, oh yes, I put Mary Hutton, my sampler mistake, the one I stitched half of and ran out of fabric. And the reason I ran out of fabric is I stitched it in a roller frame, started at one end and thought I started at the top, and I actually had started at the bottom, and don't ask. It's right now at Faye Rigsby, the half of a sampler that I did that I just lost my mind. And she's gonna make a pillow for me. I gotta find out whatever happened with that, but she's gonna make a pillow. But anyway, that's gonna be a whip soon. I pulled fabric for this, I'm not sure, but this is 45 count legacy linen called Woven Sledge. I think it's really perfect for this, like super perfect. And then Kitten Stitcher, her name keeps coming up because she's such a lovely person. A lot of people, I'm not going to say a lot of people, some people were upset with her because she took a while to get Coming to America out to everybody. And the reason is some of the floss was back ordered. She sold a lot of them. She sold them in all kinds of configurations, with floss, without floss, with special fabric, with Zweigart called for fabric, which was country mocha. So she sold it, she went out of her way, and then through no fault of her own. So I think some people got upset with her. I didn't. It's not like I don't have what to stitch, but she's a lovely human being. You can order from her website without worry. She doesn't sell things she doesn't have. So, and she did an overdyed conversion. There's nothing wrong with the belle soie that this was done with. I just wanted to do it a little bit more subtle, a little more just different. And I'm going to restart it. So I wanted, I don't know, I just wanted something else. I wanted a fresh start, and I ordered. She did a conversion for me for Silken Colors and Gloriana, which is what she carries. So let's I usually turn this around because then you can see the colors on both sides. I think it's going to be beautiful. I can work on 45 count. What I do is before even working on it, I stare at it and I can see all the holes. I just want to make sure this isn't too slubby, and it isn't. Legacy linen is anti-slub. They don't have a lot. There are some in this fabric and some weird little imperfections, but I think it's fine. The way I'm going to do it, I think it's fine. So this is now, again, I'm putting it in here because it's going to be a whip. It's priority. I got to finish this. It is small. The whole sampler is maybe about that big, so it's not, and it went really quick, so I think this is a priority. I have a lot of priorities. I am not going to buy any more charts. I'm going to limit, and I'm going to de-stash. I've been de-stashing a little bit, so say I have to because I have too much stuff. With that said, let me show you my new charts. Are you laughing? I hope. And I'll show you first the one that I kitted up at the cross stitch cupboard. I didn't buy this chart. Somebody very nice had stitched this. I comment on it, and she asked me if I wanted the chart, and she sent it to me. I then sent her back another chart, something I knew she didn't have because it was a hard to find one, and hopefully she likes it. This is called Such a Fright. It says Teresa Kogut 2020, so it must be fairly new. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know when she did this. Where did I see 2020 in here? I saw Teresa Kogut 2020. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, the person that did this chart did it in green. She did it in Kermit, which Karen had. Now, I went online looking for Kermit. Nobody has it. Karen had it. She has more of it. She has another piece. So if you want Kermit, it's hard to find. But this is Picture This Plus Kermit. And that's what she did it in. And I picked mascara. I wanted a real stark contrast. It doesn't stop now. Then I saw this other fabric, 35 count weeks fabric. I don't know the name of it. I've got to look it up, but it is a neon green. I think I'm going to do it on this one. So cool. So cool. I think it's going to look amazing. So I'm going to put Kermit away for something else. I could share it with somebody. I posted on the Vintage Cross Stitch Niche page that Karen had Kermit, so I'm curious to see if anybody calls and buys it. Somebody called yesterday and did buy a piece right in front of me, so I was pleased. Love mascara. Mascara is a very deep black. It reminds me of black mascara, and it is. It's not. If you say, okay, that's 310, it's not. I don't have a full skein of 310. I don't feel like going over there and getting it, but it doesn't look like 310. It's got a different sheen to it, just a different look. So this will be a whip. I'm going to put this in one of my bags. Hold on so you can see another bag I have. Hold on. Here it is. I forgot to pull it out. Another one from Lucy Beam. Aha! There we go. So I'm going to put this in my little whip box, or this is priorities. Whips and priorities. Let me show you what else I got. Now, why did I get these? Because she was designer of the day, and I decided to order some. This is Thanksgiving 1620 by Primitive Needleworks, available on Etsy. Some of her stuff is a download. In fact, all of it is, but if you email her, she'll send you a hard chart. I love the little pilgrim women there. I think that is super, super. This one is called Old Tom. It's different, right? And these are all smalls. Can easily be done, I mean, very quickly, and can be done on my own linen, which is cool because they're prim. And the third one is called Mary's Tombstone. It's shown on a, Mary's Tombstone is shown on a blue linen here, but I think it would look really neat in purple. And what are the called for colors? There's 3 DMC colors, and 1 Classic Colorworks is 4 colors. Mary's Tombstone, that is a cool looking chart. So I think purple would look great on this. So these are some new charts. I bought 1 chart yesterday from the Cross Stitch Cupboard. I am on a chart diet, and I bought it because I love the turkey on the table. That's me. This is by the Sweetheart Tree called Itty Bitty Kitty Thanksgiving. It's sort of along the lines of Vintage Cat, you know, not quite. Different designer, but you know, it's about the same size. It'll make a little pot, a little filler, bowl filler, beanbag kind of thing. So I bought that. This is Heather Jardine, a little gem from Hands Across the Sea. That's a freebie that was given out if you're part of her stitch along. I'm allowed to show this because she's shown it. So I'm just going to show that quick. I don't know if I'm ever going to do it. I don't think I have time to do it. But I did print it out because it came with it. Why not? Maybe I'll change my mind. Another one of my designers on the day of the Vintage Cross Stitch Knit Group page was Al Forrest Embroidery. Amazing. I got to show you something. I ordered this chart for one reason, because it had a floss pack with it. You must see these colors. They're gorgeous. Hand dyed. The presentation, they're on little cards. I picked a piece of linen for this. This is called Driftwood. Oh, there you go. So this is 32 count linen. I hope there's enough of this. It's not a big chart. I'll tell you about ordering from her website. It comes from Russia, and the dollar is so much stronger than the ruble that these are very reasonably priced. Incredibly reasonably priced for what you get. Just to give you a peek at the quality of the chart, it's quite nice. It's on a nice paper, nice and shiny. It's in English and in Russian. More Russian than English, but it's in DMC, so DMC number is a DMC number. Originally was done on Zweigart Belfast Light Mocha, so it was done on 32 count. I would hope that the floss pack she sells with it is enough. It took 3 weeks to get. That's not bad at all from Russia. So this is going in my back burner gonna do pile. I ordered a second one from her because, again, the shipping was almost more than I might as well. The shipping was the same price for everything, so. This is a kit, a bargain priced kit. I think this was like, I don't know, 30 bucks, 25 bucks, but if you see what you get, it's a value. First off, you get the box. This is called Baba Yaga, and it's a Halloween one, and I love the border. I love the little bats in the corner. Where do you see what you get in this box? Where do you see? You get a stitch guide. It's kind of neat. Talks about cross stitching. You get the most beautiful hand-dyed flosses. I mean, she writes that they are DMC based, so you know you're getting a good quality floss. And just look at the colors. I mean, they're beautiful, beautiful colors. You get a whole thing of floss here. And of course you get the chart, high quality chart. You get a cute little needle minder with a needle. And you get the fabric. It's not big. I think this is 32 count, and this is the fabric you get. So you know it's going to be a small piece, which is good because smalls are the only thing I need to do now. So Al Forrest Embroidery, you can only get this on her website. I don't know if she has an eBay store, but her website has a tremendous number of beautiful kits, flosses, you name it. And I would order more floss from her, no question. And the bargain price for what you get, I just love it. Just love it. So let's put this down somewhere. Finally, this is Friend Stitch. Just skip ahead a little bit in case you're in the October 24th one. The October 24th is the second Zoom retreat. So I did the first. I had switched call, not realizing that it was on the day of this retreat. I only watched about 20% of it, unfortunately. This was $300, which is a lot of money, but it was a full day retreat. Even though it was Zoom, it was still interactive. It was great, the piece I saw. But I will show you what you get in the box, because I think, I think anybody who's not doing it might be curious. So you get a Friend Stitch book, a needle with a little learning pad, ruler, project bag, you get two kits in here. This is the gift of peace. You can do these together or not. This came with the little buttons, full skeins of floss, of Weeks floss, a piece of Weeks linen. I do not know the name of this linen, but it is Weeks. It doesn't say on the kit. So like I said, you can do them together or not, or whatever you want. So that's one project. So there's a lot of stuff in here. This was so fun to open, actually. It's like Christmas. This is the second project where you get the sulky threads, you get linen, you get a whole bunch of buttons, you get fabric, linen and wool, and you stitch the tree and then you put it together. There is an instruction how to put it together on that video. You also got a key fob that I thought was really cool. Nice, right? Oh, here's more. A pencil. And some cool Christmas candy in a snow-like thing. So, I hope I didn't ruin it for anybody, but I thought maybe if you didn't do it, in case they've done another one, you see the kind of quality of the items you get. You get the nice box that you can store it all. This will be a Christmas thing. I don't know when I'm going to do it, to be truthfully. I've seen a whole bunch of people finish this already, or are close to finishing. I don't know how they did it in 1 week, but they did it. And, oh, I gotta close this later. And finally, I bought some fabric from a seller on Facebook. I also bought one piece of fabric from Karen. Let me do the Facebook lady first. Hard to find stuff, boy, and the prices were bargain. I don't need fabric, but I got it. This is 32 count vintage pear, Lakeside vintage pear. You're not going to be able to see it. Lakeside vintage pear. It's a very, very pretty fabric. Why did I buy this? I couldn't resist the price. Said if I don't need it, I can sell it, pass it along. 32 count Magnolia. This looks very, very much like Jersey cream. It's a beautiful sampler linen. The color, I'm going to start taking them out because you can't really see it. A absolutely stunning color. I hope you can see the color nicely. Cream. It's vanilla, French vanilla ice cream colored. Okay. The next one I got from the same lady, is chestnut linen. I don't know who makes this. I think it's white shelt. It is stiff. A big, beautiful piece of it. The color is beautiful. Okay. This is Lakeside Vintage Basket Weave, not made anymore. A discontinued color. Every once in a while I find a bargain on there, and I did. And then I bought, this is just a Zweigart Christmas kind of linen. You can see that. It's got checks and everything. It's really cool. And then there was a bunch of different, there's some Zweigart. This is Weeks Dye Works putty. Not the price I paid, so. Weeks Dye Works putty. Miracle Mint. This is another piece of Weeks putty. This is Weeks Havana. And they had a yellow one, just yellow. This yellow, when you dye, looks really nice. So that I probably will dye the yellow. I don't think I'll use that color. And this is, I got it, Karen, the cross-stitch cover. See, this is what you guys don't realize. If you buy online, there's so much out of stock and you can't find it. But when you call the local needlework store like Karen, she had this, and I didn't even know. 36 count vintage pecan butter by Lakeside. Try to find it, guys. You won't. Beautiful, beautiful fabric. I think it's coming up pretty light. It's not light fabric. It's a medium tone. Oh, it smells good. Vintage pecan butter. Got a nice size piece from her. It's actually a very, very large square. And here's the final thing. I did a conversion for the Biedermeier Sampler. I might have gone overboard on the floss. I think I did. I bought a large amount of floss. And the reason I bought a large amount of floss is because I hate running out, and sometimes the dye lots are wrong. And this is for Gigi's R's, the Biedermeier Sampler. The photo doesn't do it justice. I've seen it. It's magnificent. This is charted only in DMC. And just to let you know, I did a complete conversion for this in a combination of Weeks Gentle Arts, and a few Classic Colorworks. If anybody's doing the Biedermeier Sampler, I now have to label. I'm just going to write it in. I'm going to write it in here so it doesn't get lost. I'm just going to write on my actual chart the conversion, and if anybody's interested in the conversion, let me know. I'm going to post, I think, in one of the sampler pages on Facebook. I'm going to post my I'm going to just post something and say if anybody's interested in the conversion, I'm more than happy to share it with you. When I do a conversion, I pull the DMC. I take the DMC pieces, and there was quite a few here. I take the DMC and I go over to the actual flosses and hold it up against the flosses until I find the right one. Sometimes it takes me a while, but I find the right floss that I know is a deeper, richer version of what the DMC is. So the colors are going to look the same. They're just going to be much richer, I think, and they're going to it's just going to be nice. I don't know the fabric for this. The called for fabric is linen, 35 count from Weeks Dye Works. It's not a large sampler. It's 292 by 310. Size of the fabric is 16 by 17. That's not very large. So the actual sampler is not very big. On 40 count, it should be even better. I don't know the fabric I'm going to do on this. I don't know. So stay tuned, because I will pull fabric for this out of my stash. I always do that because very rarely do I say when I start to stitch something, my God, the fabric I picked, what was I thinking? 95% of the time, 90%, 9 out of 10 times, I'm like, wow, I did a good job picking that fabric. This is like barely getting this in here because there's so much stuff. I'll do it after. The one more thing I wanted to show you is going to be hard to show you, but I found this at a thrift store. I don't really go to thrift stores as much as I used to, just don't have time. But okay, do you get the idea? It's a antique or vintage wooden dryer. So my fabric, when I make it, instead of putting it all on my chairs and everything or outside to dry, I now can dry it in the house on my dryer, or even display it. Let me get this out of here. My goodness. Okay. I don't know if there's any fabric in here I need to show you. I think I will. Hold on. Just to show you some fabrics that I happen to have here. I already showed you this one, which is Stain Sampler. This one is a pink tone to it, and the reason it has a pink tone to it is because I used a higher ratio of tea to coffee. I think I like the lower ratio, so more coffee, less tea in the future when I make it, but that's okay. This is another Stain Sampler piece. As you can see, it's got a different tone. And all my stuff has two sides, so you can use one side or the other side. That's Stain Sampler. I have one more piece of the reddish toned Stain Sampler. And this is one of my favorites. I'm saving this for myself. This is actually called Coffee with Milk. I know I've shown it to you before, but it's got a beautiful tone to it. And I just love the way the lines look in it. I like Stain Sampler a lot too. This was an antique napkin that I had dyed. Don't ask me why, just to make fabric. You cannot stitch on this. It's embroidery maybe, surface embroidery, but not. Can't do cross stitch on it. It's so super fine. I suppose you could. You know, you actually could. You could do cross stitch on this. But it's uneven weave, and you'd have to be very gentle with it. I might try to do cross stitch on this. It's a little wrinkly, sorry guys. I made this a while ago. Alright, so no reading today because this is long enough. This is unfortunately going to be too long. But the next part is at the cross stitch cupboard with our guest star Mary, and I hope you have fun. Thank you for watching. If you do like the videos, please give me a thumbs up because it encourages me. I'm not big for thumbs up. This is not the end of the world, but I do like, if I see the thumbs up, it encourages me. Subscribe to the channel, or you can give me a thumbs down, and if you decide to do that, well, sorry. Anyway, have a great week. See you soon. Hello, this is Natalie at the Cross Stitch Cupboard, coming to you on location. So here's the agenda today. I'm going to show you some more of the fall things that I couldn't get to before. I'm going to show you new charts, and then we have a special guest star who's going to show you finishing items as well as beautiful, well, finishing items. I'm also going to show you some fabric because I found some fabrics that seem to be out everywhere else, and they're here. So let's start off with the fall items. There are people in the store who don't want to be in my film, so we'll try to keep them away or out of the film without their permission. So I showed a lot of these last time, but not all of them. And here we go, Grateful, Thankful, and Blessed by Lizzie Kate. Everything I show you today is available. All you got to do is call. This Scarecrow guy is by Rainbow Gallery, called Stitches the Scarecrow. That is on like a nice thick linen. Beautiful. 175.48. This is something I've never seen and I quite like. This is called Itty Bitty Kitty Thanksgiving. How fabulous is that? By the Sweetheart Tree. I've never seen this before. Every time I come in, I find something new. It comes with a little. It comes with a little buttons there. I don't know where the buttons go. Oh, there they go on the bottom. This is a little itty bitty finish. It's got some back stitching, which I don't like, but not too much. I think I might take this. Oh no. So it begins.
And no rush on that. Okay.
Ones that I showed you before, I'm not going to show you again. This is Thank You Cherrywood by Cherrywood Designs. So once again, things that I showed you before, maybe I'll just review, but those Thanksgiving boy and girl, I have this, in fact this is one of my whips, is by Needle Love Designs. It is not available anywhere except for here. Karen has this chart, and I looked around to see if I can find it at any other store, and they are not available. On this chart, there's also a boy and girl Native Americans. They're called Indians on the chart because that's what we grew up with, but they're Native Americans. Let the Hunt Begin by Heart and Hand. I'm pretty sure I did not show that before. But I think most of these I showed on the last one, so I'm going to be careful not to be redundant. Karen, would you mind just turning down the volume on that, just because?
The music.
Yeah, I just don't want it to.
Yeah, I'll just turn it
Sometimes the background music actually is, for whatever reason, it gets almost sucked into the video. This is the infamous Pumpkin Pie by Primitive Hair. This is a completely different finish than from what I did. This one was done by Mary. And she did this for sure on the primitive hair linen. Probably looking at it, because that looks like the Old New England. I believe that's what it's called. There's some other ones here I did not show you before. This pillow, which is, oh, it's fabulous. I love the finish. It is by Random Thoughts of Autumn by Erica Michaels. I have not done Erica Michaels as the designer of the day on the page, and I think I'm going to do her because there's a few today. Thanksgiving Blessing by X Appeal. This one is called Autumn ABC by Lizzie Kate. Oh, boy, am I getting old. I can't even get up. I don't know what this ABC one is. It's not labeled. But if anybody's interested, just ask and I'll find out. This is Everything to Everything There Is a Season by Elizabeth Designs. This adorable one is Turkey Dressing by Hot Petunia. And this great finish on this in this beautiful, beautiful frame is by Shepherd's Bush. It's autumn. And this pillow I know is by Hinzite because that is her typical font.
Everybody appreciates, by the way.
Okay. I'm just going to show you some of the charts that she has in stock here for the holidays as well. We're not doing any Christmas today. Once again, this is Lindy Stitches. And Fa La 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 Fall by Bent Creek. Heart in Hand, Tall Turkey. Let Us Be Thankful by Bent Creek. Home for the Harvest by Sue Hillis. Now if you do hear phones going off and anything, the store's open, so don't get too distracted. This is Autumn Row by Bent Creek. In fact, that is, no.
Yes, I do. Do you need?
Fall Fingertip Towels.
What size would you need?
I wanted to go through these to show you because some of these are not up and I'm sure you haven't seen many of these. This is Sekis & Company. This is out of print for sure, called Pumpkin Row. Autumn
I cut you whatever.
Typography by Just Nan.
We cut whatever you want.
This is Bonnie and Clyde Gobble Trouble by Ori TM. That's great. Thanksgiving Medley by Heart and Hand. I like that guy.
I've got a pretty good piece of it, so I'm good. Just tell me what you
George and Florence, also by Ori TM. Autumn Stitches by Project for the 2007 Stitch Ahoy New England Cruise. I'm sure this is unavailable anywhere else. This is a big booklet by Sue Hillis. But if you're interested, the Cross Stitch Cupboard has it. Look how cute that is. Pumpkin Cottage by Victoria Sampler.
A fat quarter's 28.
Autumn Medley by Heart and Hand. This is a huge book. Well, no, the book is underneath. Oops. This is Collective Stitch, a cross-stitch event, 2016. Again.
Your name is, you said it was Lori? Yes?
Okay. Look at the cute designs in this book. This is a whole book of designs that I've never seen before. I love those guys. If I get too close up, you won't be able to see.
1452.
Isn't that great? Wow, I can't believe how much stuff is in here. There's all these designers in this book. How much is this book? It's $30, but oh my goodness, you get a lot of designs in here. I may get this book. Oh geez, number 2. Okay, Cross Stitch Collectibles Fall Colors.
Okay. Normal what?
Mighty Thankful
Illinois. And the zip?
by Sam Sarah. Acorn by Sam Sarah.
And Lori, what credit card would you like to use? Oh, do look here.
Harvest Littles
Yes.
by Hollis Designs. I just sold one of these on my page. I don't know if I got it here, actually. Bent Creek, Count Your Blessings. Frederica by Carriage House.
Expiration.
Here's another Erica Michaels, We Are Blessed. Now, these are all the Thanksgiving ones, as you can tell. I did not show any of these last time.
I will now have you in the system. I'll have the address, so if you do...
When Autumn Leaves Start to Fall, Across America series.
Okay.
Isn't that beautiful?
Is there anything else you need?
It's magnificent. Wow. By Art Ventures.
You have a great weekend.
I am 100% sure,
Did you hear it from Natalie's?
100% sure,
Yeah, she's here today, so that's why I'm
100% sure that that one is out of print. This is Autumn by Not Forgotten Farm. This is an entire book. $31, and look how thick this book is, and all the beautiful, beautiful designs. I mean, I could just open this book and just, I mean, well worth it for sure. Harvest Sweetheart Company. This is definitely out of print. This is, that's a great, what is this? My God, I'm tripping over my words today. A great frame. Harvest Time is for Sharing Blessings. I don't know, by the Sweetheart Company. Seasons of Thanks by X Appeal. Out of print once again. Let's see if we can find more. The Drawn Thread. This is Autumn. Autumn Jumble. Debbie's Designs, Falling Leaves. These are specialty stitches, but it is magnificent. I'm sure it looks even better when it's done. This is Harvest Moon from Nancy's Needle. This is interesting. These are like all a lot of embroidery stitches and satin stitch. A Treasured Autumn by Mill Hill. Mill Hill still makes a ton of designs. If I was to put them on the page, all the different designs, I could probably do it for a month. Every day, put 50 designs. Very pretty. Autumn 2 by Angel Stitchin', once again, for sure out of print. October by Custom Crafts. Not for the faint of heart. That is full stitching. For you full stitchers out there, it's gorgeous. I mean, that is magnificent. That would take me years to do, and I'd probably give up on it. I can't do that full coverage thing, but a lot of people do, and I give them credit. It's beautiful. Be Thankful by Diane Arthurs of Imaginating. That's a very, very pretty design on top there with the berries on the tree. It's beautiful. I'm just going through these to show you what's available, so if you call here, you can just ask. Great Pumpkin Seaside for, I know there's people that really like lighthouses. That Pam and Stephanie, I don't know them personally, but I do watch them. I like their banter, their mother-daughter banter, and she likes. I think I'm going to send that to her. I mean, send her the picture of it at least. Just Nan, Autumn in the Square. Beautiful. Autumn Flower Sampler by Elizabeth Designs. Another X Appeal out of print. It says, did the Pilgrims and Indians share their Thanksgiving blessings? What I really like is that I would love to find that frame, boy. Wow. Mary, take a look at this frame. You got to see this.
Me, Mary?
Yes. There's only one Mary here. Look at the pilgrim frame.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
It's unbelievable. I would love to find that. I wonder who makes that frame. Does it say? Frames pilgrim frame by Sweetheart Company.
Company's out of business for years now.
Company's out of business, but this is the kind of thing you might be able to find at, well, I'd look at a thrift store for that. I have one of those frames. It's a Christmas one, which I don't know where I found it. But that is a cool frame. I wish somebody would make those again. They would make a fortune by making those again. Everybody would buy them. Cross and Patch Harvest Heritage, out of print. Very, very pretty cornucopia. I love the bread, the pilgrims. Harvest Heritage. More Heart and Hand. This is Autumn Tiny Trimmings. You know, I hope everything doesn't sound muffled with this mask on. That's why I'm speaking up. He's cute.
That was just somebody from Normal, Illinois.
Oh, okay.
Cricket Collection.
Did she saw that from Natalie right now?
No, I don't know how she saw it.
Oh,
Well, if she saw it right now, I just posted it 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
So she saw it on my page.
So she saw it and
She saw
ordered
it. If she saw it somewhere, then it's on my page. Or somebody directed her in that direction. Because I just posted it. I just posted that they have Kermit 36 count of Picture This Plus, and I happen to know it's sold out just about everywhere. So I expect Karen's going to sell everything but the quarter yard that I'm taking, right? So I have something I want to do it. I like this very much. Acorn Autumn by Cricket. Cross-eyed Cricket is another very beautiful, does a lot of beautiful designs, and they've been around a long time as well. Watercolor Leaves by Sekis and Company. I'm pretty sure they are out of they're out of print. Another Cricket collection. This one's called Thanksgiving Circle. I own this chart, and the reason I own this chart is I wanted to do this. My hand's shaking a little. I apologize in advance. I thought that was a beautiful little table topper, or even candle. You can make that into a candle to go under a candle. Watercolor Pumpkin Patch. I just showed that one already. Okay. Heart and Hand. This is Pumpkin Hunt. Let the hunt begin. Heart and Hand has been around, such a long time. Elizabeth Designs, Seasons in Time. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven. That is Ecclesiastes. Okay. And this is White Willow Stitching, the pumpkin. This is the tribal pumpkin.
Thank you, sweetie. I'm great.
Let me show you.
Thank so much.
This is it done.
Thank you.
Is that magnificent or what? That's just beautiful. She has 2 copies here of that. DMC Colors. This is a booklet of fall. Aren't those pretty? The leaves done in that variegated floss. Okay. This is that autumn chart that I showed you with the beautiful, in fact, that is the, looks like the same frame. Aha, here's your Needle Love Designs, Thanksgiving Friends. I guarantee you will not find this anywhere else because I looked. I was curious. And she's got, these might be the last copies known to man, 2 copies of it. And I gotta tell you, these guys, let me show you them again. They're great. And there's actually, I forgot there's a pumpkin on here. I have these guys done. They're not finished, but they're done. And there's a turkey and the 2 Native Americans. There's more stuff I'm going to show you. No worries. I showed you this last time. I keep just staring at it because it's so beautifully stitched and finished. Mary, this finishing is so pretty. Gobble Gob by Plum Street. And I do spy some floss just in here, Silken Colors, the Thread Gatherer. I'm a big fan of the Thread Gatherer. I think they're beautiful.
They're very pretty.
Aren't they pretty? What beautiful colors. I don't know if this was done in that. I have a feeling it was. This is by
It looks like it.
this White Willow. Yeah, I believe this was done here just to show you. Right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. These are little, the Bee Company. Very cute. Okay. I think we want to do the finishing. I know what I want to do. Before we do the finishing stuff, there were some new charts I wanted to show. So we'll do the new charts. Then we'll do the finishing stuff. And then, as promised, I'm going to go through some of this definitely hard to find fabric, because I was just looking through it and I was pretty impressed. So this is some stuff, interesting little display. What I wanted to show you is this Home in Autumn by Erica Michaels Petites. Now you look at it, you're like, okay, nice, whatever. But wait till you see this done on the silk gauze. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? It's beautiful. It's, in fact, I have a feeling that this doesn't even show how pretty it is, but I love that little silk gauze piece.
Yeah, it's darling.
And this is the Lindy Stitches finish. I showed you the chart. It's called, once again, Strut and Tom. And what I do like is these little tail feather things.
They're really cute. Yeah.
Aren't they cute? And this has got like a nice little finish as well. It's got this little, it's like a chenille. And so cute. I bet you Mary did that, because Mary does all the cool stuff here. There are some new things in here, so we'll just show you the new stuff. If I went through this store and showed you everything at once, I'd be here for 2 days, maybe longer. Okay, so I think this is new. I think this stuff is new. Oh, I didn't show the new little, these flamingos, those guys. This is by...
Yeah, those are brand new. People want those. So
I'm going to show those. These are called Cutie Pies by Trellis and Time, called Ho Ho Ho. It's adorable. I've never seen those. Same company, Hot Cocoa. Same company, Merry Christmas to All. That is adorable. This reminds me of Tiny Modernist. And look at the reindeer. They're not reindeer. They're actually llamas. That's funny. So that's new. This is Crystal Kind Market, Part 1. We have a friend who's German.
Yes,
Or
we do.
German by moving there. Speaks perfect German. That's really beautiful. I would love to go to the Christmas markets with her.
Yeah.
Let's plan a girls' trip to go to Christmas markets in
Nuremberg?
Germany. Yep.
I want to go.
Okay, so Karen wants to go. You know, the only part of Germany I got to see was Berlin, and I'm going to say unfortunately, because Berlin doesn't look anything like you'd imagine Germany would look like, and of course it was destroyed in World War II. So she told me I need to go to the original Bavarian parts. Anyway, this is new, Acorn Forest by Rosewood Manor. Isn't that pretty? Well, it says 2012, so I think it's new to the store, but it's not a new chart. It's new to the store. This is a cup of Frida. I think this is new. Isn't that pretty? Is that all stitched? Yeah. So it's interesting. You've got Frida on one side, and you've got whatever this mosaic on the other. That looks beautiful. Interesting. Here's another Barbara Anna. This is a Viva La Vida. Another Frida. Frida is very popular. I'm going to show you this real quick because Mary just finished this. It's not fully finished, but it's stitched. This Hands-on Design, God Shed His Grace on Thee, it's beautiful, and I can't wait to show you Mary's. It's not here. I don't think Mary's is here. There's one or two things I am going to show you more. This is by Lindy Stitches. I've never seen this. I guess this came out this year. And I love the bat. What is this called? I don't know what it's called. It's called Dracula's Confession. Isn't that cool? This is cool too. That's all that you get 2 charts. I think this is like super cool. And it doesn't have a lot of colors. This is on my back burner. Am I going to walk out of here with that? I might. Some of these are, I showed you recently. Blackberry Rabbit is one that I showed you on my, we highlighted her. And she, actually Karen has these charts. Very cool designer. I think she has more of them too, just a few here. And of course, hands-on design, Jingle All the Way. I believe these are new for this year. There's more. There's more. All right, without further ado, isn't that an old way of saying something? We present Miss... Now, this is not the Mary that I talk about that does finishing. This is a different Mary. This is Mary from Jupiter Farms.
Hello.
And Mary is the finishing queen. In fact, she is very judgmental of my finishing.
I do not.
Okay. But she's going to review, I mean, there's quite a bunch of finishing stuff. So you take it, Mary. I'm going to film.
First thing I'm going to just show is something that's a great thing to have in your bag of tricks if you don't have one. The cross-stitch gauge gives you 25, 22, 18, 16, 14, and 11 count.
Hold it up and hold it straight.
And then on that one side, the other side gives you, of course I can't read backwards and upside down, but this is going to give you from 26 all the way to 40 count.
That's pretty cool.
At $4.50, if you don't have this, put it on your list. This is a great thing to have.
It's a lot easier than the way I usually do it. I usually do it with a little, with like pins and
then you lose count.
Yeah.
And then you forget.
All the time.
And then your husband interrupts you.
Yeah.
Lunch.
He wants food. Yeah.
Yes.
So
that's one thing, a really great thing to have in your bag of tricks. So, Karen has here at the cross stitch cupboard tons and tons of these are high quality quilting type fabrics. These are not fabrics you're going to find in the 99-cent section at the dollar store. These are really fun. The weight on them is really, really nice. So this is great for finishing. There's little packages.
Yeah,
Fall,
I always thought her
whimsical,
fabrics
beautiful, beautiful,
great.
yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous fabrics. So you can have her send them to you, come and buy them. If you send something in for finishing, you could pick something from here.
Which is really great is that you could send her something like a pillow for finishing and say, can you pick a fabric for me? And what she'll do is take a photo of it with your piece and send it to you, yay or nay, or she might take 3 or 4 photos.
Right.
And she does the same thing with framing. So you don't actually have to be here to pick out the fabric.
Yeah, and they're really nice, really great. Yeah, I know you're going to like that.
You knew I'd like
I
that,
know
right?
you like that. Now, the other thing
Yeah.
is for finishing, you want to have, you spend a lot of time, spend a lot of money making your piece, so you want to finish it in a way that will stand the test of time and look good and be nice for a long period of time, right?
Look at all
So
that
it's
cool stuff.
It's worth the extra money to buy the better stuff
Oh,
to
it
make your
is.
finish nice.
I just tried to stretch some, well, I love the design, but the fabric is not a great quality, and try to stretch it over some mounting board, and it was hard. It actually tore. It wasn't like I was pretty unhappy with it. I did it, but I said, okay, from now on I'm going to double check and make sure it's not this kind of fabric.
The thing is, I'm big on, like, anybody who knows my grandmother was a seamstress for Vanderbilts and Whitneys. My mom was a phenomenal craftswoman, needlepoint and sewing. You have to have the right tool for the job. We do not drill wells with a hand mixer. So it's all about having the right thing at the right time for the right job.
We're going to call you Mary Vila.
Yeah.
Now, for the youngins, did they know who Bob Vila is?
Probably not.
Probably not.
The other thing you want in your repertoire is...
What is that?
This is a cord maker.
I don't have that.
This is fantastic. You can actually make a cord by yourself if you have to. This is what, when you see like in the finishing videos, it's like a little hand drill with a hook.
How much is that?
This is $18.
That's not bad.
And I use this like all the time. All the time. So another great thing to have.
We got to
in
find something
your
that's corded.
repertoire. I'll make almost like everything. There's cording. The blue is corded. The candy cane cording. The
If I
red.
find something close up, I'm sure I will.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
just
find something.
Yeah.
You want it cording also?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
that has cording.
So I don't know if you can get in here. This is the finishing station. This is where,
Let's look at these sets.
so some pretty cool stuff.
I have this set.
Okay, I have that set right here. I'm going to open it up.
Sure.
And I'm
Okay.
gonna show what's in the set. Okay, here's
I've already used that set. I did. I used the velvet. Oh, here.
here's
That's cording.
That's the cording. That's two cordings.
Makes it look finished.
It's just
Beautiful.
it makes it look
And
professional.
that's glued on, right?
Probably. I usually will sew mine on. Yeah.
Craft glue.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Yeah, but really nicely done, and it does make it very professional. Also, pro tip: the cording will hide any imperfections. In when you put
On the
everything
edges,
together.
yeah.
It kind of hides everything.
Yeah.
It
Well,
gives like
I need a lot of hiding in my
like a
finishing,
little.
so- Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, that's
Oh.
my favorite because it sits ready to go.
What is it called?
Fast grab tacky glue.
Oh, I
and
never
it's
heard of
meant,
fast grab.
And it's meant to sit ready to go.
And the fast grab is great.
You know,
So you're not going like this, shaking it.
no, I might get that because I have issues with, well,
Arthritis, shaking it, waiting, and when you're ready to go, you want to go. You don't want to spend your time shaking
Right.
glue down. So that's I like
I
that
was
a lot.
using hot glue gun for a long
No.
time,
Oh
and
my
the
God.
problem is that she's having an anxiety attack. The problem is the glue doesn't hold very well.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Do you see? I almost gave her a hot glue gun. Let me
Let's-
say that again.
Right. So let's talk about like finishing again.
Okay.
These are things that Karen carries Lady Dot and also something called Dames of the Needle. Dames of the Needle from the Cauldron.
Oh, look at this. This is Dames of the Needle.
Yeah, both of these, Lady Dot and Dames of the Needle, have Facebook page and Instagram accounts. I did check that today. So the quality, this is not something you're going to get at a big box fabric
No,
store.
no, these are all
This is a
hand-dyed.
totally different level of quality. Like, look at this. For your prim, look how gorgeous that is.
It is beautiful.
Grubby Toast, $6.50 for 3 yards. That's a lot. So like a little more than $2 a dose.
That's a lot.
No, not a lot.
No, you
It's
just
not
said
a lot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's actually a lot.
No,
for
I mean
your
a lot.
money.
3 yards
Yeah,
for
yeah.
$6.50. 3 yards is a lot for $6.50. That's
could
a
fit-
really
you-
good. It's a lot. That is quite a
it's a
bit of
lot.
ribbon. So that I would use like for the ruching edges of things. So let's get in here now. Let's take a look.
Okie doke. You want to go in? I'm
you get
afraid
in
you're
there?
gonna. Yeah, you're gonna end up blocking. So you could talk about it.
I'm
And
gonna
tell me
talk
what to.
about
Ha-
it.
tell
So
me
I
what
want you
to.
to look at this big fat Rick wrapped
Oh,
ribbon
I
up
love
on
it.
the top right for
I have some-
holidays.
I have something done in black in that, and I love it. Oh,
This is actually a grosgrain ribbon right here.
it's called Grow Grain.
This is a grosgrain, grosgrain ribbon. It's like a ribbit, ribbed. Isn't that super cool for finishing?
It's very cool. Too close is no good. Oh, there's
have
more.
all the ribbons back here. Lots
The
and
little
lots
mini
of ribbons, mini
pom-poms.
pom-poms, sets for finishing, pom-pom, which is super popular.
What are these?
Those are Lady Dot. Those are velveteens.
Oh, look at all the
Cotton
colors.
velveteen,
Ooh.
beautiful.
Show
All the
everybody the
hand-
colors. Here, let's go. Show me these colors.
Hand dyed. These are all dyed.
Oh, she also has these. These are pretty new. I didn't know she had these. These are those little rusty bells. I am a big rusty bell fan, so
Yeah, so you can spend all your time like waiting around for those bells that you buy other stores to rust up in a coffee cup, or you just buy them.
I think there is. I've
So
just
to
bought
me, I
mine.
say, how do I want to spend my time?
Not rusting up.
Not rusting up bells. It's easier to buy them. So here's some cool colors.
Let's see. This is Blossom.
Here's some white.
It's not called. It's called Snow. it's
excuse
not
me.
called white. Yeah,
That
exactly.
is heirloom. That's a beautiful red for
It is really
Valentine's
pretty.
or holidays.
Christmas.
Green, that's pea pod. That's also great
Pea
for
pod?
holidays or
We're gonna have to
spring.
Put this behind me. You got it. Yeah, we'll get it after. We'll get it after. We are not professional actors here, just to let you know.
Beautiful. This turquoise is gorgeous. It's called sea glass. It's stunning. This looks like more heirloom.
Is that heirloom or a different red? No, it's chili.
Different
It's
chili,
a different. It's a
different
deeper red.
Two different reds there. One is more pink.
Beautiful.
And we have
Dahlia.
Dahlia. Look at that. That's like my color right there. And that is a natural. This I think
Very
looks like
pretty.
a wool. This is a wool.
Very pretty.
Really hard to find 100% wool. It's practically impossible,
That
especially
is
in South.
100% wool.
Yeah, it's very hard to find 100% wool. It's just too expensive.
And it's $7.50,
Yeah.
so that's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. But to buy it by the yard
It's very
impossible.
expensive.
It's very expensive.
Now I actually have a wool connection because we have friends in New Zealand who have a wool farm, and she said she'll send me any wool
Nice.
fabric.
So I just want to open up. This is the Needfuls. This is Lady Dot. So this just gives you an idea. Here's Needful Lady Dot. Let's take a look and see what's inside the package.
I always thought I actually bought that one. And
Yeah,
I've
because this
used
is
it.
a prim. Because this is all your prim. You love the prim.
And I've used it. I'm going to give you a pro tip. Not that I'm a pro, but if you iron this, because it's synthetic material, use it on the lowest
Very low iron.
possible setting and don't let it sit there. I almost put a hole in it. Thank God it was just a corner, but I learned the
Yeah.
hard way.
I think Elizabeth, the James of the Needle, I believe hers are cotton velveteen. So they're going to be a little more sturdy with the ironing.
Yeah,
goes.
just be careful with
Yeah.
this stuff ironing.
Yeah, and then you get all these different trims. You get a black velveteen ribbon trim.
I like this one. I
The-
think that's kind of cool.
I feel like that's a school
Yeah, it
measuring.
is. It's a tape measure.
The black and white check, grosgrain ribbon, and then another like super grungy. This reminds me of you, the grungy. You like that like prim? You know, you love that, right?
Yeah.
So you get all these things, and you don't have to, if you're doing a finish flat fold, you don't have to use all the same color. You could use different, like I've done them with like a lighter color on the inside or a darker color on the inside, different colors on the outside. That gives you an idea. Now, that's Lady Dot. Let me just put this over here for a second.
There's like a huge thing of trims, and this is a cool container.
All kinds of rickrack from Lady Dot. So here's the rickracks, the trims, the chenille. Hard to find. The chenille is phenomenal.
This is so easy to put on. You put this on after, and you just lightly baste it in. And trust me, if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Here's like
or
a snow chenille.
they'll do it for you
Or
here.
they'll do it for you. There's the chenille. This is beautiful. Look at this. Shepherd's ribbon hand dyed. I don't know who makes it. Look at the color.
This is what company?
gorgeous.
Shepherd's ribbon.
I've
Is
never-
it Shepherd's Bush that makes it?
I don't know.
Wow. There's just something
Look at
else. Those
this.
colors.
How gorgeous that is. So to me,
These are 4 yards for $6.50.
that's a very good price.
It's a beautiful price for
Shepherd's
this.
ribbon hand dyed.
If you guys
Look
want
at
to
that.
order this,
What screams
she'll put this in the
Easter?
mail. I've never seen these.
To me, these kind of ribbons, these kind of rickracks, this kind of chenille, it elevates your project. It makes it much, to me it's all about the finish, right? So you can do something very, very simple and finish it in a way that's super creative and elevates it and makes it even nicer.
Do you see that stuff up there? Walnut shells.
This
She's
is
got
walnut
them.
shell, so this is a crushed walnut shell.
I love this inside the little
This
finishes.
this is what you'll see on some of the finishing videos. It makes your project very heavy.
It's messy, but I use a little funnel. I use a little
I
funnel.
have kind of an old Tupperware bucket kind of a thing, and I scoop it in. I hold my project over the bucket.
And it
I
just
scoop
goes
it
over the
in,
side,
It just goes over
yeah.
the side, or you can do it outside. But this is a great thing, and then you can also add if you want to get some lavender
Beautiful. Yeah.
and stick it in there, like in the spice department, lavender.
You know, I actually did that.
Yeah.
I have one that's got lavender in it. No, I bought it that way.
I just want to show, this is some Dames of the Needle. Again, Dames of the Needle, she is a friend of mine. Elizabeth is a friend of mine. I consider her a friend.
Black pom.
This is pom-poms, the large pom-poms, the minis, the regulars.
Yeah,
These
I
are all
like her stuff too.
her stuff. Anything that's Dames of the Needle you're going to find nothing that was just like off of a spool and stuck in a bag. Everything that she does, she runs through some kind of a dyeing process. So very custom. She also has a Facebook and an Instagram. She has beautiful stuff.
I'm pretty sure Karen can order anything too.
And Karen
yeah.
can order anything.
Is this painted thread stuff? Now, painted threads is actually Beautiful. It's a
look how
German
pretty that, yeah.
company. I believe it's German.
I'm not, this is the first time I've seen that.
It's their stuff is unusual. Look how pretty that
It is really pretty.
It's not the cheapest stuff in the world, I will tell you, but everything from Germany is
Well,
not.
remember, you're putting your time, your materials, your effort. Why not put in a little bit of extra to elevate your project and make it a little bit better?
Absolutely.
So, I think that's about it.
Now, if you want, you can help me look through some of this linen so I don't have to make a mess.
Oh, okay.
Well,
There's Kermit.
oh, Kermit's up there actually. Okay, I'm going to get on the floor.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to get on the floor. I'm going to go over some of the higher count because the higher count is the stuff that seems to be the hardest to find now. So in case you want to see what she's got in stock, Vintage Homespun by R&R. I love this
I
color.
love that.
I
That's
love
like
that.
an all-purpose to me. I mean, I would stitch everything on that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
like
color.
All-purpose.
This is just
nice.
raw. Nothing wrong with raw.
I love raw too.
This is vintage beeswax. I have a whole half yard of this. I bought that here. Isn't it beautiful? It's a beautiful color. Patriots Brew. She's got a whole bunch of it here.
Nice.
So 36 count. And like I said, this stuff right now is like gold. And this is another R&R. This is, I can't pronounce that. Abecedarian, something like that.
I
Abecedarian.
read it.
It's Abecedarian.
Okay.
So she's got all that. This looks like, picture this plus. It's got to be. No, it's Dames of the Needle, Baby
there
Seal.
You go. Dames of the Needle, Baby Seal. Yep, I know that color.
Baby Seal. And this has got to be, this looks like Week Savannah. I know it's Week Savannah without even, let's see, am I good or am I good? Let's see. I can't read it. Yep, 36 count Week Savannah. And what is this? This is, I think this is as Weigart, not an overdyed, just as Weigart. Looks like blue spruce, maybe. Here's more 36 count. I'm going to show everybody because there's so much that people are looking for. 36 count Lakeside pecan butter. Oh my goody. Lakeside pecan butter. Who knew that she had this? And it's vintage pecan butter for sure. Okie doke. Lakeside pecan butter. Let's put that aside because I'm going to post that on my page because that'll be sold quickly. Good luck finding vintage Lakeside pecan butter anywhere else. This is hand dyed by Stephanie Bliss. This is hand dyed, again, hand dyed by Stephanie Apple Blossom. It's a different color. Picture this plus Eek. Incredibly hard to find. I'm putting this on my on the side of things that I know people are going to want. This is, I don't know what this is. This is Picture This Plus Havisham. I believe this is a new color. It just came out this year. This is Fabrics by Stephanie Playful Sprite. Title. This is Pumpkin. Week Style Works. Oh, I don't know what this is. This is just black. I think this is Weeks Onyx. Yeah, Weeks Onyx. And this is Weigart Opalescent, which I like. It's so pretty. Okay. Let's go to the 40 count stuff so you guys can see without me making a giganto mess. Okay. Let's pull out the 40 count and see what she's got. This is an interesting company. I forgot the name of this company. Something, but this is called Kiwi. This looks very much, it's almost a neon green, but not quite. This is Newcastle City Mocha. Sheep Straw, 40 count Sheep Straw by R&R. The pieces are getting smaller here because this is, what is this? This is Moon Glow by Picture This Plus. There's a small piece of vellum. I'd say it's an eighth. And this, I'm not too good on the picture this plus fabrics. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like mellow. I'm pretty sure it's mellow. 40 count country mocha. Okay, so there is a country mocha is also a shortage of 40 count country mocha. I'm pulling out stuff, so I'm going to actually post them on my page. Egyptian sand. Picture this plus. Picture this plus fawn. F-A-U-N, fawn. That's a relatively new color. Picture this plus stellar. Haunted. Picture this plus haunted. Somebody asked me recently if I had that, and I didn't. This is Mermaid's Blue by R&R. I happen to know people are looking for that, so I'm going to post that. It's a tiny piece of something. This is a picture this plus Twilight. Fabrics by Stephanie. What is this? Lady of the Lake?
Oh, that's Lady of the Lake.
Yes. Oh, somebody just grabbed it out of my hand. She's. I see her taking it home with her.
I think I have some of this at home.
Isn't it pretty?
I have something very similar.
This says 46 count. I don't know. Why would there be 46 count? There's like, let's see what she's got in 46. This is espresso in 40 count. Excuse me, it's not. It's 40 count linen. It just was mismarked. 40 count linen in espresso. This, very pretty. Lilac. I'm not sure who makes this. Dark cobblestone. These are all 40 count fabrics. This is a huge piece of Dreams of Spring. It's got to be Picture This Plus. It looks like it. Look at this pretty one. This is Masquerade by Picture This Plus. 40 count. Crystal Glacier. Highland. I love this color. Love, love, love this color. This is Lemon Ice by Lakeside. Oh, I'm going to post that too. Sorry, folks, and this is Sea Fog, which I love. I think it's a beautiful color. All right. There is some higher count fabrics here as well. Oh, because people are looking for fabrics, and especially the higher counts, I am going to show some stuff that's on the table. No worries, not getting you.
No, I want to just put one thing before you go on to the next thing.
Oh.
This to me is an example of, it's all about the finish. Valentine, you're as good as a button. Not a whole lot of stitching, but look at the finish. You can put all your fun buttons or charms, whatever you have,
and
on
they're
the
all
big
different
fat
buttons, which I think is cool.
Yeah, so this is somebody's button collection put on this big fat rickrack, which we have here at the cupboard. This chart is still available, and it's just all about the finish. Just super simple, but look how darling that is. And
Oh, it's awesome.
I could stitch that like in less than an evening.
It would take you much longer to finish it.
Yeah,
And just nice Valentine's
it's like
red.
super cool idea, right? Just so to me, it's a lot about just the finish.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, okay, where are you going next?
I'm just showing some of this fabric because I thought this is really cool fabric. This is made by Fabric Flare. It's printed fabric. It comes in 3 different colors. This is super cool fabric. Check this out, Mary.
I saw that, the spider web.
It is super cool, and
You're a Halloweeny girl.
well, I love Christmas too. So this comes in 3 different colors. I think this is like an absolute fabulous.
It's a total slam dunk if that's
Fabulous.
It's a slam dunk to get that. Have you talked about these?
I did show those last time.
Because those are super cool too.
There is some more fabric here. I just have to find it. Oh, I was going to show this thing. This I have to show you. I haven't gotten to it yet. There was more fabric here. It looks like a lot of the fabric sold. This, of course, is Nikki's Creation fabric. This is that Painter's Threads. Amazing. This is amazing fabric. It's beautiful. This is Black Cauldron. This is beautiful stuff. I love the Painter's Threads. I'm waiting for them to come out with a Christmassy one. There's a red one, and there's a green one. Just beautiful. You have to find the right thing to do on them, but they are gorgeous. Before I forget, Check this out. This is by Teresa Kogut. This is, you get 7 charts plus 8 more. So I guess, look at this. Check this out. In this extra small book. Look at all the Teresa Kogut stuff you get. You get all of these charts. So I'm trying to figure out where it says in a book is part of the extra small book. Where is the extra small book for Teresa Kogut? I'm going to have to find this. I found this just sitting here. Huh. Let's see. Where is the book? Well, we're going to have to figure that out, but I saw that book, and I was like, where is the book? I can't wait to see it. I'll have to get back with you. Anyway, I think we've made this almost an hour, which is long enough. So, everything I've shown you is available, just to let you know. Let's just make sure I haven't forgotten anything of today. Oh yeah, wanted to show you this.
It is clever, isn't it?
This is sold out everywhere. How do I know? I looked for it. It's called Kermit by Picture This Plus. And of course Karen has it in 36 count. 36 count Kermit is not available anywhere. Couldn't believe it. This is another one, Weeks Dye Works. I don't know the name of it, but it's a neon green. There's Kermit on top of it. I thought these were really cool and nice. This is the next Stitch Along by Amy Brooken, just to show you. I know I showed you this last time, but people have already started. I'm not going to show you the names. People have already started it. Some nice finishes of what people, I don't know their names, and hopefully they don't mind me showing them, but these are some nice finishes of people. Oh, I did not show my finishes.
They're up here.
Okay, we'll have to show the finishes. Mary, would you mind holding up my finishes?
Oh, I'll do it. Hang on. Wait, just give me one moment.
Oh,
I have to
okay.
sign.
Oh, we do not want to get people in videos that don't want to be in videos. That's an uncool thing to do.
Friend over here.
Mary loves being in videos.
No, I do not. No, I do not. That's not my thing, but I'm happy to help. Wait.
While Mary's picking that up, I'm just going to show you 2 more things. This thing is called Beach Dance by Lindy Stitches, and these are called Blue-Footed Boobies. You know, I've never done anything of hers, and this is really...
She is a great designer, and about
look,
as cute as anybody I've ever seen. She is a cute girl.
I've never seen that. Is that new? A new chart? That's a brand new chart, and this one is also, these are also new. These are by Hands On Design, Flamingo all the way. And there's more than one, right?
3 of them. 3 of those flamingos.
Here's Flamingo Bells.
It just happened yesterday. Not yesterday or today?
Flamingo all the way. These are hot off the presses.
I've already sold.
And Fala Mingo. I'm going to take some pictures of those too. Wait till you see my finish. Okay, I left my finish for the end. Okay, this is by Scattered Seeds Samplers. Crown Hem, Lord of Life. This is on. Oh, gee, the lighting is. It shows it green. It's not really green.
Try this way.
Yeah. This is done on Lakeside linen, and I don't know which one. I think maybe. I have it written at home, but it's done on Lakeside linen. Doesn't that come out pretty?
It's just darling in person, and the framing, the color, the choice. Did you choose the frame?
Of course, I chose the.
Okay, I don't know, because the frame is like just really nice.
It's perfect,
really
right?
Antique gold, really, really nicely done.
Yeah, I don't know why the lighting. Sometimes I'm not sure what you see, if what I see in here is right.
Your linen has a green overdye on it.
It has a green overdye.
Yeah, so that's why.
It was the perfect linen for it.
It's beautiful.
Now, I also did an overdyed conversion for that. Do you want to pick up the other one? This is the. I just blown away when I saw how good this looks framed. This is BG.
I think it's upside down.
It is upside down.
This way.
Okay, BG, 1874. finally framed, and this is on, I think it's either 36 or 40 count vintage buttercream. I think it's on 40 count vintage
Small,
buttercream.
yeah.
It came out fabulous. Once again, the lighting on this, I'm not sure that you'd think the lighting would be.
Take it outside.
Oh no, it's okay. I'm going to take photos of it later. Anyway, it's got a golden hue to it, vintage buttercream. But you can't find vintage buttercream anymore. You know, the problem is that we're getting the reflection. Let's take it somewhere else.
Take it somewhere else,
I
lady.
have to show off my own work, of course. Okay. There we go. That's much better.
That's better.
Oh, I'm so happy. I can't wait to hang this.
It's stunning. It's stunning in person. Again, the frame, the choice of the frame, everything really nice. And this is, professional frame. I'm just going to show the back.
It's very
It's all
professionally
professionally
framed.
done. Just here at the cupboard, everything professional, top notch. You get the little rubber feet pad, little sawtooth.
And sometimes
nicely
the fabric, in needlepoint they call it blocking, but actually in cross stitch sometimes they have to do a similar process because sometimes when you stitch it pulls on the fabric and it looks like it's uneven. So they did a beautiful job fixing my fabric for me because I know that happened. This was so big that it just took a long time, and I stitched this on its side, meaning the roll of frame.
You rolled it this way?
That way. It was impossible to stitch it the other
you
way.
rolled it this way?
Yep.
Yeah,
And I
that's how I
stitched
would
it
do it, yeah.
on its side.
It would probably drive me cross-eyed to do that.
No, didn't bother me.
No, it
but
didn't bother
the
you?
thing is that you just got to be careful. And this is stitched in silk.
It's stunning.
Thank you. This
right.
is Karen. Karen, I gotta pay for my stuff too. This is Karen, the owner of the cross stitch cupboard for what,
Hello?
35 years now?
Almost 40.
Oh my goodness, 39 plus years. And she's grateful when everybody does support her store, and we have
I
to
certainly
support.
do appreciate that.
We have to support our needlework stores, otherwise they will not exist. After COVID, I'm going to say AC. That's what we're going to have BC, AC. It's going to be
COVID.
after COVID. We're going to get back together and stitch here on Saturday afternoon.
At that back table. I can't wait.
And it'll happen soon. Okay, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Over and out.